Hello and welcome to episode 10 of my GDF insane playthrough, the final episode. I wanted to go and show, well, this map. Oh. And we're in Spain inside of GDF territory, something's happening.
Outstanding work, Commander. Not going to lie, we needed that win. We've tracked the Vetti's movement further along the Med, and some of them have made landfall on the coast of Spain, where they've established a foothold in a valley. We were about to send in some troops to flush them out, but then Scopes caught something. This is the Tempest Instability Missile. It's a dynasty weapon. We need one. Here's where you're going to put it. There's a greater mass of vines coming from this fissure than any I've seen before, all centered on something they've raised out of the ground. We don't know what it is. We don't know if it's alive, but they're protecting it. They traveled all this way to dig it up. Stand by, Commander. Dr. Francis wants to explain this.
Thank you.
Doctor, I got the Commander on the line. Go ahead.
R&D has been trying to reverse engineer the tempest instability effect. And with some adjustments, we've discovered a strange property. It causes the tempest to turn in on itself. The fluid begins to eat away at the vines. The energy in the fluid, it becomes unstable, tearing them apart from the inside. It essentially shatters the vines on a cellular level. The fluid carries the effect like a shockwave. All that energy held in the tempest, building in potency as it spreads. On a large scale, the effect could be catastrophic. The Vetti are linked to the tempest. They use it for their power, their weaponry. I wouldn't be surprised if they consume it. Get me one of these missiles, Commander. Then buy me enough time to make the modifications. I'll see you out there.
There's an old dynasty base between you and the Vetti. You're going to need to have boots on the ground before your main forces arrive. Take control of their base and dig yourself in. Then, get ready to fight like hell. The Council's not going to like this one, but you leave them to me. This is the big one. We're all counting on you. See to it, Commander. Let's get it done.
Yes, sir. Let's get it done indeed. The final point in the doctrinate system. And for this, let's just go and get napalm grenades. And that's it, I guess. So, let's deploy. Oh, wait.
The Vetti have established a large base in this valley, centered on an expansive tempest vines. However, there remains a dynasty base between the infill point and the enemy. Capture the dynasty base to gain access to their technologies, then destroy the Vetti.
A bit different than what we're going to do, but an interesting idea. Oh, apparently there's
The Vetti
another
are
one.
positioned on top of a fissure in the valley. The tempest erupting from the fissure stretches deep underground. The vines connect, forming a colossal underground energy system that the Vetti bases tap into. This weakness must be exploited. The Dynasty Instability Missile can be modified to cause an energy cascade in the tempest fluid. Capture the Dynasty base and acquire the missile. Good luck, Commander.
Let us steal the dynasty missile then, shall we?
Command, this is Kragan. I lost contact with the team. Their equipment's still pinging just up these cliffs. Keep an eye out for me, would you? Dispatch.
I've had enough of drones.
Codes
First GDF,
received.
now these.
Yeah, well, too bad.
Taking the shot. Point me.
Oh, that's just some extra
Somewhere
experience you
else?
can go and get with a
Taking new
sniper,
position.
nothing more really.
Gotta get off the road.
Or we can just sit here and kill it. And one more shot and we're done.
You got it.
So,
Somewhere else?
I just like to go and get the
You got
experience
it.
as well to get rid of
Stay
it so
out
it
of
doesn't
sight.
get in my
Point
way in
me.
the future.
Beautiful. Anyone near? Point me.
Hey, Ivan, let me in. I need to go.
And then somebody comes out of the party hall.
Codes received.
Well, I guess he'll be shitting himself in hell then.
Active camo engaged.
So just the active camo for the extra damage there.
Anyone near? Keeping low. Codes
They will
received.
come back and they will
Anyone
hunt
near?
you a bit, so
Taking new
it's
position.
better you just take them out, I would say, unless you're deciding to go and
You
be
got
all
it.
like, no, let's not kill enemies. Let's only do
I see.
objectives and things.
Good night. Blending in. Lining up.
Odd. Didn't you know that if you cloak, they would lose vision and instantly be like, I'm going to do something
Anyone
else.
near? Somewhere else? Finding
Yeah, I
vantage.
definitely do still have something I want to go and show you
Keep it low.
guys, so.
Stare out of sight. Good night. Point me. Anyone near?
Primary objective accomplished.
Cregan, over here! Can you cut the power? Be careful, pillagers.
Yeah, well, pillagers have only 90% sniper reduction rather than 100, so.
Lining. Active camo. Stay out of sight. Point me. Taking new
I
position.
know, they're going to
Anyone
go
near?
and get me if I
Next
keep this
location.
up. Which means
Sorry.
you run and you get out of their
Taking new
vision
position.
range and they
Somewhere
reset.
else? I see it.
And now we have high
advantage.
ground vision and they don't, so we can
Nice
easily
big
shoot them.
target.
Yeah, this
Good.
I really like that about this game, that it's so
You got it.
strategic in that sense,
Beautiful.
and having the high ground actually helps you a bit.
Keeping low. Coordinates
Unlike, for
received.
instance, in, well,
Coordinates received.
old Red Alert
I see.
games where it didn't.
Finding vantage.
You didn't gain range, you
Coordinates
didn't gain
received.
power, you gained
Taking new
nothing
position.
for your
Lining in.
units being on the higher ground than your opponent.
You got it. Running the numbers.
Okay, this can be kind of bad,
Finding vantage.
and then it's not.
Nice big target. Easy.
Yeah, I'm just taking my time killing them so they don't get in my way.
Spin. Point me. Taking new position. Nice big target. Point me. Ah, beautiful. Finding vantage. Blending in. Dispatching. Taking the shot.
This is why I would personally say range is
Keeping
strategy
low.
games at the
Taking
very
new
least
position.
sometimes one of the most powerful stats.
Light side. Somewhere
Together
else.
with vision
Coordinates
range,
received.
it becomes this
Nice big
disgusting thing in
easy.
Fog of Wars nowadays.
Dispatching.
I mean, pre-Fog of War, range was still a very good thing,
Lining up.
because, yeah, whatever your vision range was also your attack range, so.
Coordinates received. I see. Coordinates received.
Yeah, we can go and blow up this bridge if we want to.
Stare out of sight. Light side.
We can also go and cloak and get past here, because this tower only has range to here. We can kill it because we have damage, because it doesn't have 100% sniper resistance.
Sniper ready.
Yes,
Nice
a lot.
big target.
So we'll be slowly taking our time, taking everything out.
You got it. Keeping low. I see it.
And boom boom, bye bye, go your troops.
Anyone hurt?
We can fight.
The MCV touched down east of here, on the other side of the town. They're
Right.
already taking fire, and there's more Veti on the way.
Let's get moving.
I do kind of like that the projectiles actually fly out and hit troops.
Hold it there. Sir? No problem. Style control.
Damage and aggression.
Ready to move out.
So, might as well do that, you know?
Confirmed HQ.
Because now my troops are, well, defended.
Location received.
Where should I put this bullet?
Incident report.
And might as well put everybody in the cars.
Shall I patch you through?
Yeah, fine, patch me through. So, we do have to go and be a bit worrisome. So, we cannot get to this part of the base just yet because the field is still up. Oh,
Affirmative. Heading in. Let's go.
let's
Kick
go
it.
indeed.
Let's go. Received. Location
Yes,
set.
we can.
Burn it all down.
Burn what down?
You need me? Drawing up reporting. Acknowledged. Watch this.
Thanks for saving us. We'll fight with you.
Oh shit. Do your drone thing, please.
This shield's too tough. On my way.
Gee, that was kind of bad because I wasn't fully seeing everything.
Holding ground.
Alright.
Dispatch. Yes, command.
That basically meant that some drone uppers were still in droney form.
I command.
and they couldn't get out, which basically means that the enemy had free reign to go and shoot me constantly.
Riot medic reporting. Combat ready. Ready to move out. On call.
It is a bit weird how it
Ready
sometimes
for
works.
contact. Deploy medbay. That's close enough.
Go ahead. Quickly, please.
Roger, Command.
You need me?
What do you need?
On dispatch.
Well, there goes most of the enemies here. And this is just a bit of future clearing.
Location received. Incident
This is the kind of thing that if you know the mission, it's useful, and else, eh.
confirmed HQ.
Also, we don't want to go and mess with that up there just yet.
As soon as I can.
This here is a spawn point for the enemy, of course, which is hooray, hooray.
Received.
Can't do anything.
Confirmed HQ. Understood. On my way.
And now we are at our, well, main point. Wait, what?
Primary objective accomplished.
Huh.
On the ground.
Got it all backed up. Heavy
Oh yeah. Shielding Caduceus. You
Huh.
need me?
Loud and clear.
I did not actually know the troops you had could lose here.
Understood.
Primary objective
Must have been my laziest run yet.
constructing.
Good luck.
Ready, sir.
Oh no, we have 5 minutes to prep, and
Yes, sir.
normally speaking, you would have a bunch of tanks.
Construction complete.
And as you can see, there is a field here and a field here, so let us go crazy for the mining first. And as you can see, we also have to go and make sure that our command center lives, so hooray.
On call.
The fact that it got beaten like that is not a good thing. But still, we'll be fine. Let's put it to repair.
What I can do.
Because they repair it for free, while the other one costs money.
We're ready.
Really.
Operator, you called the right guy.
What do you need?
Construction complete. Complete.
No, actually, right now that doesn't seem too bad of an idea.
Constructing.
Loud and clear, Command.
Construction complete.
Incident report.
Let's go and get some extra troops. Simply so we have some more. Because if I'm correct, you will also still go and get some free troops from the game itself.
Standing by.
Ready and waiting.
I'm here. You got it.
Yeah, you can also shoot and destroy walls. So.
Unit is under attack.
Wait, it's probably one of the enemy aircraft that's still flying there. Well, I won't be using a lot of drone carriers because well, with a previous mission it was rather boring, I would have to say, so.
Training.
Give me a word.
I will be having one for spotting, but just one. There's no need to go and have a crap ton of them or anything, so. I don't actually think we really need any upgrades on this thing right now. Yeah, maybe the riot pod or the specialist pod for that, which means, yeah, we do need both upgrades. But I'm also talking about that won't really help me currently, so.
Unit ready. Constructing.
Riot medic report.
Oh, I guess the enemy decided to attack. Alright.
Stay right there. On my way.
So, there was already their attack wave. Crap wave, attack wave, I guess. I mean, they didn't really send a lot. Also, we have comms bonus from the barracks, so we don't need more.
Unit ready.
Our troop ready.
Yes, sir.
Commander, you got it. What you got? Turning to base.
Construction
You
complete.
can better go there, I guess. So, going tempest pod.
Standing by. Where do you need me?
That I want scram. That was, yeah, the trebuchet, and I want the hijacker.
Your orders?
Unit ready.
Oh, well, definitely have to go and do this then as well, because else our plan will fail.
Researching.
As soon as I can. Get back.
Location set.
Construction complete.
Understood. Stat.
I do actually think that the very pacifist ability from, for instance, like the golem and the engineer really should be more stack-based. I think it will then be a lot more fair. But then at the same time, it's like, what kind of power does the Veti really have then? What will make you want to be like, Veti's good?
Reinforcements are here. Incoming Betty. Troops to positions. Give it all you got.
Oh, great. The riot troops are already completely in the front.
Heavy infantry ready. Loud and clear, command. Okay, good. Let's go. Ready for pickup. Command.
Ready to move out. You gotta get.
And I did hear someone of our side, I think, die,
Unit ready.
Receiving.
but I don't know who.
Training.
Which is okay then.
Researching.
Well, more power to me. By building power plants, of course.
Here they come. Hold what you've got.
Great.
That's close enough.
Construction complete.
Shield and Caduceus.
Construction complete.
Received. Go.
Incident report.
Yes. I am not paying attention to how the battle is going, and therefore I lost 3 freaking riot vans.
You need me?
Construction complete.
Alright.
Yes, sir. Heading out.
One really has to love the pacifist effect. That's what's getting. Well, the game is called Tempest Rising, not Uprising. Quickly kill him. Quickly kill him.
Commander, good job holding your own against the Veti. The main Dynasty base has all their fortifications facing the Veti. If you disable the Voltaic Gate, you'll have less resistance accessing the construction yard. Scopes has traced the power source to a southern outpost. Capture the construction yard to acquire a strategic stronghold in the valley.
As well as their technology and the necessary codes to win the mission. But that code thing is later. Coating.
Constructing.
Yeah, you have to capture and hold it.
Shells charged. Flying over. You bet. I'm there.
Let's go and show them the power of the Condor bomber.
Roger that, command. You bet. Roger that, command.
Wow.
On approach vector.
Either the Condor bomber is really shitty or this thing is pretty darn defensive.
On alert.
Sadly enough, I couldn't fully tell which of the two it was.
Anywhere you say.
Training.
Yay, hijacker!
Training.
So at least we lost 1 riot trooper, because I only have half of them here now.
Ready to move out.
Also, there are going to be...
How's it looking?
There's going to be an attack in the back of the trebuchet here. For the rest, this part is going to be completely ignored by the enemy, so...
Unit ready.
On call.
Insufficient funds.
Phone support online. Good, so now we have great marking capabilities.
Unit ready.
En route.
Training.
Sure thing. Flying over.
I do kind of hope that in the future we do get something like a voltaic tank, something that can go and blast the enemy, and
You bet.
as it blasts the enemy, takes away their, well, if it's
Unit is under attack.
overcharged,
On approach vector.
Trebuchet ready. On the ground. Orders. Careful. Deploying.
if it's overcharged, it instantly dies, so I do kind of hope we get that in the future.
Ready to move out.
But that's more sort of a unit I'm hoping for, as well as, of course, as a assault gunner type infantry unit, basically a long range infantry, preferably even with the capability to deploy itself and to go and then have combat drone to go and get a mortar, sort of to have this, well, infantry artillery type unit, I guess. Also, that stuff is supposed to disappear. Ah, maybe that's a bug, because that's not supposed to happen like that.
Unit ready. Aerial bomb officer. Commence bombing run. Comms looking good.
Well, too bad for the enemy, but they're going to go and be shish kebab. Well, not really.
Hijacker.
Aerial bomber standing by.
Timber shells loaded. I have the gun. Taking defensive position.
I have the location.
So now we can scout with, well, the hijacker, because she's fully invisible. So nobody's going to go and see her unless she either A, attacks, or B,
Unit ready.
well, they can run her over, but the Veti, luckily, doesn't have a lot of units that can crush other than the War Ender.
Unit ready.
So, and in the meantime, she can go and set things on fire, run away and things, so. Yeah, these defensive structures don't have stealth detection, which is nice. Oh no, a War Ender.
I see it.
Yeah, I know he was there.
Hijacker.
I know he's there, so I don't actually fear him at all.
Siege munitions.
Also, you can kind of turn him into a joke, which I will show you after I've taken care of his structures and everything. Wow, it's finally dissipating a bit. Let's bury them indeed. Bury them so. Holy.
Moving off grid.
Oh shit, it's their aircraft.
What is it?
Their air unit has stealth detection, I forgot that.
Moving off grid. I'll be there.
Well, that would be nice if you'd be there.
On hold.
Let's just go and pause that for a bit.
Constructing.
How did I forget that their
I'm listening.
air unit has stealth detection?
I see it.
Repositioning.
Yes, because
Finishing up.
I'm thinking.
On your command.
Construction complete.
And here come the, well, attacks of the Veti, or the attempts of an attack. We're going to go and call down the support beacon, who is actually very, very supportive. Once you realize that, oh, it gives N comms, and it gives build radius. Oh, and it marks everything.
Hijacker reporting.
It's kind of like, what?
En route. Comms looking good.
Construction complete.
Oh, great.
Ready for a flyby.
So two of them
Aerial bomber.
never truly retreated, they just went to near the area. Yeah, and defensive structures are build ready, so you can go and build up defenses there
Construction
from your other defenses.
Flying over. I'm there.
Damn it. Enemy aircraft.
Sure thing.
These bastards attacked as well, as we discovered, so... I don't know if their attack radius and their, well, detection radius is the same. 150 to... No, it's not.
Construction complete.
Wait, are we actually dragging them toward my main base?
Try to shoot it.
Huh? Oh!
Cruising over.
Vehicle reporting.
Yes, command.
Construction complete.
The enemy had an artillery piece stationed.
Constructing.
And the arc and the screams that you heard were basically my infantry instantly all dying because of a single shell. Something I try to avoid for the most part throughout this entire campaign.
Infantry.
Comms officer.
No problem. Receiving.
Well, I guess nobody cared that our friends all died then.
Ready and waiting. Sure thing.
Construction complete.
Well, let us also go and take care of that piece over there then, shall we? Dun, 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 the Condor bombers are on their way to kick your ass. Yes, I know that drone mules are a bit of a dumb idea now, but hey,
Ready and waiting.
not every idea has to be good.
Shells.
Secondary objective accomplished.
And we've also taken care of most of that over there. Yeah, I'm just building defenses. I want to go and be secured and safe for as much as this mission as possible. Plus, the Dynasty will hold themselves as far as I know.
Confirm target zone. Commence bombing run. Ready and waiting. Aerial bomber. Standing by. Ready and waiting.
Construction complete.
It's very nice how these things actually have collision with themselves.
Unit ready.
Aerial bomber. Flying over. Flatten down.
What is it?
En route.
You had better all go down there a bit, because else we'll be in big problems, okay? I love this so much, because it really feels like it's an actual military thing to do. Putting artillery on the high ground to go and bombard your opponents from very, very far, having a very hard time shooting back. It also made me think about, well, I guess that's a bit later, but in this game I guess it does matter again. Yeah, more enemies. Would you look at that? They keep on approaching, thinking they stand a chance against the bombardment of shells. Wait, I can also go and show that now.
Construction complete.
I better go with you one and you two. You guys are going to be 3. I'm talking about command groups, so...
Sure thing. Away we go.
Yeah.
Constructing.
Can we actually see the stats? No, we can't, which is, I guess, somewhat sad. Well, yeah, of course. I was trying to go and look for range and then I discovered that... Oh, wait a minute. Of course my laser has more range. Because I upgraded it by 30%. No, we don't need a lift. Hello, car! Flatten them! Oh well. You can also go and load 2 in, but it's harder to go and pick them up because somehow the center of the unit has to go in a line, which makes it a bit problematic.
Where shall I put this bullet?
Well, I don't know where we should put this bullet.
Away we go. Counter. Looking good.
But yeah, that's an actual strategy you can do. You can just go pick up your own artillery and dump them on top of enemies.
Constructing.
To crush them. Also, I like to go and be secured here, and I think that that is more than enough security, so...
Insufficient funds.
I'm there. Sure thing. Roger that, command. Roger that, command.
It's somewhat funny that the Sam who is supposed to go and counter the Condor gets countered by the Condor more likely.
Flatten down. Flying over. Sure thing. You bet. Let's bury them. Shells.
Construction complete.
I'm there. Aerial bomb.
Yes!
Construction complete.
I've done that exactly for the reason why you might be thinking. I've exactly cleared out my opponent's defenses there, so I can go and drop freaking trebuchets on their head.
Flying over.
Oh shit, there's a Voltaic cannon there. Well, this is why you...
Arrived at LC. Transport supreme. Get ready for Bravo. Moving to LC.
This is why you basically put both of them in a control group, so it's very easy to go and pick them up again.
Carrier reporting. Keeping her steady. Away we go.
Now I just have to go and wait until my Condors have the bombs again, and then we can go and take out that the enemy. In the meantime, we'll just be building a bigger army of trebuchets, hunter tanks, shield maidens. You know, things that are all pretty GDF-y. It's pretty nice to go and see them fall, but at the same time, like I keep saying, it's... What the hell are you going to go and do against that? How are you planning to go and get through this stupid line of defense that I have as the Valley later on? I mean, there is even in the Dynasty campaign, of course, which, sadly enough, I will say, is that there's a mission where the Valley come with so many troops. And I've taken care of it all times. Yes, I have taken care of whatever nightmarish thing that is every time, and I will do it during the playthrough as well. So yeah, I kind of expected that. Bombard him. Well, it doesn't matter, he's shooting the wrong one. Actually, considering I have silence on my bombs, considering I have silence on my marking, it could even be used for the silence tower, because when something is immune to it, I don't really think it would actually work. Also, as I said in a few episodes ago, if you put drone mules in a bunker, they don't work because they're cloaked. So the game's like, yeah, we're not going to go and fire. Also, if you were to go and just put them in front of the enemy like here, they're not going to fight back unless you put them in, well, the G mode. Or in make sure you fire back mode. Which for a lot of units is more sort of their whole position as well. Like, that was a pretty serious attack of the enemy. Like, it has a pretty great amount of troops and it's supposed to be pretty fearsome, and it died before it could do anything. Like, it's supposed to go and make you go like, damn, holy shit, and I'm like, kaboom, 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 and you're dead, bruh. So I'm then sitting here like, what will the Valley really have, oddly enough, in the future? How are they going to go and bust through this? With Dynasty, well, you can go and outrange it with porcupines, for the most part. Next to outranging it with porcupines for the most part, you can also go and have good fun with the boar tank's tankiness and then repairing them. But as far as I know, the Betty does not really have that, so... Yeah, we're out of there. Screw you. Yeah, I want to go and play with these a bit. Just harass some enemies with stealthy vehicles. It's a lot better if you go through the comms tree, which I'm missing one point in. Because the final upgrade makes them invisible. And one of the dumbest things actually is, if these things are invisible, their tempest shaft does not actually reveal them. So, yeah, you bet that they're close. Oh, look, the war ender. Ah, he's fully ignoring me.
I can go there. That's enough of that.
No. He's allowed to ignore us. But look at this.
That's enough of that.
The reason why he isn't doing anything is because we're outside of his vision range, by the way. And this one's a lot less scary. He is, well, only really the cannon. Cannon is his main weakness. Oh, by the way, those things are supposed to go and cost something dumb like 5,000 gold or something. Or resources. Huh. I did not expect those planes to be so tough, but I should have expected differently from the Veti. It's really the only thing the Veti really has. Oh boy. And this is where I kind of misserve that the scrambler craft isn't firing while moving. I really do think it would add to its kit so much more. It really would make it feel a lot more as a dodgy, crafty unit, which you constantly try to duck in and out.
Insufficient funds.
But I guess just, well, pretty long range, which is 3, with, well, very multi-type damage is the best it has.
Aerial bomber sending. Flying over. Flying over.
I mean, it's definitely not a bad unit. It's just, I would love it if that unit would just go and be cloaked. Or cloaked, if it could go and fire while moving.
Construction complete.
It could even have an ability. It could even slow down the unit a bit if it has to.
Ready for a flyby? You bet.
The power of the Condor Bomber.
Flying over. On approach vector.
Yeah, I'm not going to go and play with the drone carrier because those are stupid.
Flatten down.
Instead, I'll play with the Condor Bomber, who is, well, just about as boring.
Cruising over. Engines engage. You bet.
Right.
Sure, heading out. Sure, heading out. You bet. I can go there.
Unit ready.
Launching Strata rockets.
Oh no, the final bit of the war ender.
You picking them up.
The war has ended.
Engines
And his life as
I
well.
can go there. Kicking away. Sure, heading out. Mind if tempest chaff away. Engines
And this is why, well, scrambler craft can be kind of nice.
where you want me. Ready to disrupt.
Oh boy. Those things really should be dying with less shots.
You bet.
So yeah, the Tempest Shaft Disable it is, which is something you're supposed to go and learn.
Interference.
Oh no, I got shot by the defense that does omni damage.
Cruising over.
Which, yes, it actually hurts everything for, well, normal damage type. But in return for it, it has low damage. It has like 100.
Counter. Looking good. En route.
So in a sense, it's very powerful and very scary and very good. And in another sense, it is... meh.
Aerial bomber standing by.
Unit ready.
I'm there. Sure thing.
How many trebuchets do I have? Well, enough, I guess.
Shells charged. You bet. I'm there.
Yeah, I'm just going to go and take care of this base first, because I enjoy taking care of this base first.
Commence bombing run. Flatten
Wow, all these Tempest Vine here means that there's going to go and be a lot of spawns here, isn't it? Yes, yes, there will be a lot of spawns here.
Confirm target zone. On approach vector. Roger that command. Smoke screen away. Flatten down.
Hi.
Where do you want me? Sure, heading
Well, I don't know exactly where I want you, but I want you to go and play very, very nasty with me.
Sure, heading out. Away we go.
Training.
Targeting systems.
Moving to LC. Moving to position. Keeping her steady.
Wow. Yeah, I'm just going to go and bring this Sky Crane along to go and give, not a high ground vision, but to go and be capable of repairing the Scrambler craft mainly. Because they really have low HP, so they're pretty, well, fragile.
You bet. That's enough of that. Kicking away. Sure, heading out. Sure, heading
They sort of like the speed of the movement that these things have.
Project. You bet.
So, we took out the enemy power because they somehow on this mission play more fair than they do on others, so.
Ready for bigger. Targeting enemy comms. Cruising over.
But it doesn't really help me.
Targeting enemy comms. Cruising over. Sure, heading out.
Because the enemy harvester, as far as I know, does not have an ability.
Electronics shielded. You bet.
Yeah, that's the enemy harvester we are taking care of.
Kicking away. Engines
That is something I do like about this game, that it's, well, very unique and special with all of its harvesting methods. All three factions have a slightly different way of harvesting things, where the GDF just has harvesters and a refinery. The Tempest Dynasty has rigs. And then, well, the Veti has those things. Cover vehicles for the win. Which includes the helicopter, because it's, well, more or less also hovering. Well, maybe more or less is the wrong choice of words, because it is. And this is why healing can sometimes be one of the most overpowered things in strategy games. Because even these things who have crappy HP are now nearly unkillable because of it. Considering the enemy does not really have vision here. Well, they will. That doesn't matter. Because sadly enough, you're not cloaked when you're moving. Oh no, the enemy! Eat 300 explosive damage and cease to exist. Ah boy, the enemy artillery from down here, I think, is shooting us, or... Oh no, it's somewhere else? Where are they? Huh.
Launching scrambled rockets. Standing by. Disengaging. Mind if I interject? Need an assist?
Well, okay then. So that's most of the Veti base taken care of.
Cruising over. You picking him up, command? I can go there.
Okay, you go figure out where the enemy is so we can kill him.
Interference. Shut him down. On approach.
It is somewhat sad that only one unit decides to go and respond, and when he responds, he doesn't even...
Where you want me?
If you do too, I'll give the order twice.
Shut him down. Running interference.
Yeah, golems will absolutely rip my scrambler craft apart if I allow them to. But if I use my scrambler craft correctly, they will go and rip their unit apart. So.
Need an assist?
Nah, more like aggressiveness. I don't really know why I'm building hunter tanks, because drone mulers are more or less like hunter tanks with less range but more damage. And, well, their defenses might actually help this army a bit more, I think. Well, I do say that, but I don't have a high cannon defense. That's only for the basic infantry, which is the sad part. Like, these units have high cannon defense. Well, especially these three, and the rest in the game is kind of like, yeah. Or at least from the GDF side, so. So we have scrambled most of the Veti's current position. Yeah, let's go and take care of those final bunches of defense.
Where you want me? That's enough of that. Engines engaged. Targeting enemy comms. Unit ready.
Why do you want to go somewhere completely different? Probably because your friends are blocking your path, and therefore you want to go and do something completely different. Okay then.
Engines engaged. I can go there.
So the enemy may have attacked a lot, but I guess they never made a dent into our forces.
I can go there. Unit ready. You picking him up, command?
Yeah, that's probably how it always ended.
Launching scramble. Cruising over. Sure, heading out.
So let us go and keep on the move.
Unit ready. Engines engaged. Sure, heading out. Cruising over. Sure, heading out.
Oh boy, the Dynasty actually has troops and defenses.
Firing gun. Cruising over. Mind if I interject? Engines engaged.
This is how I play some strategy games, where I will just have a massive army at home just basically falling asleep.
Kicking away.
Because I'm just playing with a bunch of pieces of scrap.
You bet. Repair pod
And yes, that is what I've done with multiple strategy. Where I've gotten so used to playing with a bunch of pieces of scrap that I don't need anything else because my pieces of scrap have everything that I need to. And he's silenced, and he's pacified. And they're dead. That unit, though, is one of my more interesting units for the Veti because he makes a Tempest field. He basically attacks with explosive damage. It's such an interesting design. But at the same time, against the Scrambler, he just dies. Because the Scrambler craft is just powerful enough to kill him. Immune to all of his Tempest, yes, so
That's enough of that. Need an assist?
they just crumple and die.
I can go there.
You're going to go and take care of the dynasty, right? Eventually. Right now we are
Engines engaged.
moving around the map, clearing it of very hostile mainly.
That's enough of that. Targeting enemy comms.
You're also not needed in our perfect unity.
Shoot it. Cruising over.
So that basically means that the dynasty's full of money right now.
Cruising over. Not a problem. I can go there. You bet. Sure, heading out. You bet.
Okay.
Sure, heading out.
Cancelled.
I can go there.
Also, try not to destroy the enemy defenses too much.
Reporting. Cruising over.
Go ahead.
Wait. Oh, I do. If it didn't have an engineer, I would have to go and
I can go there.
decommission
Engines engaged.
some of my troops in order to
Kicking away.
obtain enough supply.
Sure, heading out.
Yes, I am not happy with that either, but that's just how the game is.
Running interference. Need an assist? Cruising over. Engines
Because you have to go and have a because you cannot have, well, engineers without supply.
You bet.
Construction complete.
Right now, I would love to go and build, well, an extra MCV, especially because if you deploy him, I think his supply cost disappears.
Sure, heading out. Sure, heading out. Cruising over.
But instead, we don't. So,
Construction complete.
well, there were explosive barrels there. I guess that would have made my job a bit easier.
Kicking away.
Well,
Style control. Ready for orders.
we're
Your command.
going to take drone mulers. We're going to go and take you, the comms officer.
Ready to disrupt.
All the scramblers we have here.
Standing by. I have to go.
All the trebuchets that can move.
Required.
Yeah, I know silos are required, but screw the silos. We don't need them.
Of course.
Yeah, he agrees. Oh, you're skeptical. Well, great.
Receiving.
That's a lot of hunter tanks.
Anywhere you say. Vehicle reporting. On your
Well, then we'll just take this bit
understood.
and support the rest of my army here.
Rhyming.
It might have been smart if I took the engineer as well.
No problem. Acknowledge command.
And this is why you put units in command groups, so that you can go and easily go and select them when you need them.
Away we go.
This is something I do really like about the game, because now I could just go and send him over,
Moving to position.
and he could just pick him up. Which I think is like such a nice way of playing that.
Running interference.
By giving a move command,
Maiden standing by.
well, you can go and easily pick up infantry units.
Hovercraft reporting. Targeting systems. Ready to
Let's go and send some more hovercraft as well.
gliding over.
Comms
And yes, I know the only marking I have in this entire army is going to go and be my comms officer.
Give me the word. I'm here. Orders? Standing by, Commander.
Oh boy.
Yeah?
Actually, I do think I want you here as well. Considering the horrible AoE damage my enemy just did to my infantry, I want to go and be capable of patching them up.
Need a lift? On dispatch. Confirmed HQ.
Now he's going to go and fly past the Sam. Hooray, hooray.
Keeping her steady.
Free intel.
Acknowledged, command.
Which in multiplayer would mean free scramblers. Which I'm like, eh?
Incident report.
No.
Riot medic reporting. Location received. You gotta get past me. This shield's too tough. Medikits over here. Suppressing. Medbay setting up. Moving to LZ. As soon as I can.
So yeah, my army is way too big for this area. Does that matter? Not really.
Understood.
No. Oh yeah. Ah well, whatever. Okay, who cares about those stupid stealth protection defenses? So the moment we capture it,
Missile launch codes obtained. We have Dynasty tech now, but we
Hooray.
also have to shoulder more of the Veti onslaught. Move on to the fortified Dynasty base to the north and capture the missile silo.
will do, sir, but just in a bit. First, we gotta go and make sure that this area is secured from enemy attacks.
Confirmed HQ.
Base is under attack.
Yeah, let's go just make it 4.
Unit is under attack.
Stand right there.
And that's a very easy way to lose a scrambler.
On dispatch. Capture ready. Repositioning. On my way.
Construction complete.
Dropping repair pods.
Now, you mainly want to go and defend this side. And you mainly want to go and defend this side here.
Unit is under attack.
Like, if you defend those sides, you'll be fine.
Firing countermeasure.
Base is under attack.
That's close enough. Acknowledged command. Moving to LZ. Confirmed HQ.
Wait.
Repair pods.
Do you remember when I said that if I went over, I would have to
Ready to
excommunicate some of my troops? Well,
Ready for a flight?
I don't have an engineer.
Flying over. You bet.
That mission objective requires you to go and have an engineer.
need an assist. Dropping
Now,
repair pods.
you don't have to go and be a genius to understand that that combination is going to go and make a very big problem for me.
Constructing.
Keep with me.
Scopes has traced the structures that are calling in attacks on our base. Take out the trash, Commander.
Well, would love that, yeah. Would absolutely love.
Additional silos required.
And this is why I wanted an extra MCV, because I wanted to go and build more defense.
Ready and waiting. En route.
Uh-huh.
You bet. En route. Sure thing.
Because Dynasty is still allowed to be active.
You bet.
Oh, so we stole a freaking Tempest rig.
Construction complete.
I'm there.
And there go the enemy Grenadiers.
Flying over.
Additional silos required.
Yeah, it's very nice that we need more silos. Sadly enough, we cannot spend it on forces. Because there's a pop cap, you know?
Constructing.
I'm there. En route. Deploying smoke screen. Priming shots for drop off. Ready and wait. Counter. Let's bury them. You bet.
Oh boy.
Ready and waiting.
Reinforcements have arrived.
The Dynasty still have a base in the hills to the west. Take out their machine shops to put an end to Dynasty vehicle production. Hit them where it hurts, Commander.
Would love to, except my answer to all problems got shut down because I cloaked too early. And I cannot build more
En route.
because I'm supply capped.
Flying over.
Construction complete.
Well, Oh, that's actually a pretty important defensive piece to go and keep.
Ready
The
for
voltaic
fire.
cannon.
Confirm target zone.
Units under attack.
Oh boy.
Sure thing. Flying over. You bet.
Like, I just feel kind of sad for whoever's going to go and play Dynasty online. Is going to go and play Veti online. Is going to be like, oh yes, I'm just going to go and shoot down the enemy aircraft, and then the enemy aircraft kills your units just like that, and you're like, but Veti anti-air. It's like, nope, useless.
Shells charged.
I also kind of like how GDF has more powerful defenses, but they're harder to obtain. It's also kind of cool. I mean, you have to go and think about that the Haywire missile is a lot better than the Dynasty version. But in return for it, it is a higher tech, and it requires intel and money. So it's kind of like, damn. They don't even get past here anymore. Poor enemies. Oh, hooray. He's sending troops to me.
Roger that, command.
And this is why we cleared that. And this is why we cleared this. So, we're done with it. Oh no, would you look at that. The cheaters rebuild their frickin' barracks.
Bombing run.
I also find it kind of funny that the Matchstick and the Condor Bomber are, in a sense, the same unit. Except for the fact that the Condor Bomber is just that much more powerful. No, look at all of those golems. Look at all of them, they're gone.
Sure, heading out. Cruising over.
Sure, what do you mean, sure? They're still going to go and build new ones, you know that, right?
Kicking away.
Wait,
Construction complete.
they have an MCV here?
You picking him up, command.
Secondary objective accomplished.
Huh. I didn't know they had a construction yard here.
Unit is under attack.
On your command. Roll out.
Construction complete.
And now my infantry soldier got hit, so he's repairing himself.
Sure, heading out. Cruising over. Engines engaged.
Yeah, we don't really have radar jamming station here, sadly enough.
Constructing.
Like, if we have that, we could do some, well, crazier things.
Construction complete.
Is that the flame? No, that's not the
I can go
flamethrower.
there. You bet. You bet.
Construction complete.
You bet. Cruising over.
Well, just tempest shaft them.
Construction complete.
And then take out them.
Sure, heading out.
No.
I can go there.
Our base is under attack.
Kicking away.
Please cloak, please cloak, please cloak. You idiots!
Sure, heading out. Sure, heading out.
I wanted you to go and have a stop command.
Go there.
So you guys would cloak.
Engines engaged.
You could heal and be sneaky.
Construction complete.
And so we could go and do something else. Wait, oh, they're going to go and destroy that piece of enemy equipment. Yeah, the Veti we just released is probably going to go and destroy this base, and then they're going to go and come over here and try to destroy you. But I think that's a one-time attack, so we don't have to worry about it too much.
Constructing.
But we don't have to worry about it too much anyway, because we're going to go and smash this in the face soon enough. But why did I build a flame turret?
Flatten down.
Well, not to flatten them.
Roger that, command.
Construction complete.
Shells charged. Ready and
That reminds me so much about Command & Conquer, where it's like, oh yeah, I'm an anti-air unit. Well, I'm an air unit. Screw you. You're dead. But I'm supposed to be superior. No, you're not. Holy hell, what a range is this actually?
Additional silos required.
Ouch. That's a range, man. Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess you can leave and you can join up with them. Also, let's go for my sneaky smarty plan. With Dynasty.
Commander, the Dynasty's Tempest missile is located in a heavily fortified bunker to the north. Capture the missile silo. Do not destroy it. That missile is our only hope.
I know, and I know. Oh, great. Now, because we're here, they're going to go and attack the Dynasty. Not that it really matters, because the Dynasty can hold them off pretty darn well. But this is why I built a missile turret. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, that was bad. I mainly wanted to go and use the comms to go and get them and then burn them. Well, that plan was a failure. And it cost me my helicopter because of the cutscene, and therefore the time it was flying above Cloak was even longer. Well, luckily we don't have to worry too much. Well, they might see this coming, but they won't survive it. We have to go and take care of those in the back rather than these guys, because these guys do explosive. While the ones in the back do, well, cannon damage, which hurts. Also, by taking care of this bonus objective, we're going to go and get some free troops anyway. Which I think are also fully veterans, so it's like, hooray.
Reinforcements have arrived.
This is the power of the Scrambler craft, mainly. Okay, you guys can go back to the main army. And you guys can stay with the Scrambler army. Wait, where did that voltaic cannon actually shoot? Well, it doesn't matter. We're going to go and take care of this bonus objective now. Oh great, now they're also attacking from here. Even more praying. And this is, I guess, what I don't like about this game. That comp scene that basically put my Scrambler craft too far forward and basically in battle with enemies that they really weren't equipped to deal with without tactical command. Alright.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Like, I understand that they want to go and show me that, oh, things are happening over there, but sometimes it's, I guess, better than to go and pause the game. So, now, either this base or this base will be attacked a lot less, because we took care of, well, the enemies that were attacking. So, now, we get to the fun part, which is to literally sacrifice soldiers in order to go and get a low enough pop cap to the point where we can go and build a technician. Now, an engineer will also work, but I just want to go and get a technician right now. Poor useless soldiers having to be sacrificed because High Command decided to say, your army is too full. No way of lowering or decommissioning or anything else. Soldiers designed to die. No other reason than hooray.
Got your comms here.
That would be kind of horrible if you think about it. Think about it like this, that High Command decides to go and send you towards the enemy. Not for a tactical mission, not for scouting, but simply because we have too many soldiers and we need to go and pin our numbers. Because that's basically what I'm doing to them. You can call it cruel, you can call it sad, but listen, I want to win this mission, and I cannot do that without an engineer.
Unit lost.
And this game is not going to magically give me an engineer either. So I have to do this. And still not enough.
Vehicle reporting. Receiving. Anywhere you say. On your command. Ready to roll.
Well, I guess we'll just have to go and send very expensive armor to their death as well.
Vehicle reporting. Commander. Receiving. Anywhere you say. Ready. On your command. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged, command.
Well, I guess what they could do is kind of what they did with the specialists if they wanted to go and fix this problem anyway. They just go and say engineers up to a certain number don't cost supply.
Ready and waiting.
You need me? Ryan medic reporting. Understood.
Unit is under attack.
Yeah, I know.
Unit lost.
I sadly enough have to go and do this game. I have to send units to their death in order to go and lower my supply.
Commander. Receiving.
Unit lost.
Nope, still not enough.
Understood. Ready to roll. Commander.
Where do you want me?
Affirmative.
Well,
Vehicle
oh, will you look at that, Fatty? Good.
Receiving. On your command.
Yes, I'm also constantly checking to go and make sure that I don't send a veteran tank.
Unit is under attack.
Wow, can you actually believe it? My trebuchet actually helped me there.
Commander. Receiving. On your command. Vehicle reporting. Ready. Receiving. Vehicle
Wow,
reporting. Making tracks.
it shows kind of how much free supply that they give you during this
The
mission.
location.
Let's go.
On the move.
But it also kind of sadly enough shows you just
Unit is under attack.
how badly designed, or at least in terms of decision,
Confirm target zone.
at least in terms of a decision base this was.
Commander.
Waiting orders.
On your command. Anywhere you say.
Also, sacrificing specialists won't help. Specialists don't cost supplies.
Flying over. You bet.
This is also why I personally like what they've done in some custom campaigns in StarCraft, where they decided to say, hey, you know what?
Commander.
Units you get from bonus objectives don't cost supply.
Roll out. Loading shell.
Yeah, you're going to go and die very, very painfully and slowly. The amount of troops I have to send to their death. Finally! You see it? We have gone below the threshold, which means we sacrificed one tank too many.
Let's bury them.
Also, we have not sacrificed enough if I want an MCV.
Smoke screen away. Flying over. Ready for a flyby.
Yeah, we have to go back there.
Keep with me.
Oh well. Well, guess we'll just
In the field.
gather our troops and get ready to bust that dynasty base,
I
don't
have the
we?
location.
Yeah, we also have access to dynasty tech.
Training.
Why am I building multiple MCVs? Well, because I like to go and have my final base rather well defended. I don't know about you guys, but I sure as hell want to go and make sure that it's all nice, clean, and protected.
Of course. Out of sight. I'm listening.
That's nice that you listen. Now, I would love to go and have some salvage vans, but as I said earlier, supply is a problem. One we don't solve that easily, I guess.
Constructing.
And this is why the video are kind of ridiculous, I guess, from case to
What's the
case.
assignment?
When you don't have enough, they're a pain. When you do have enough, they're a joke.
Moving off grid.
One can say that's always how it works and always will work. And they're all dead again. Alright.
Loud and clear. Affirmative command.
You think I want to go and shoot you guys that well?
Siege munitions. I have the gun. Drones prepped.
I can go there.
Captain, taking defensive.
Construction complete. Unit is under attack.
Electronics shielded.
Give me an order.
As soon as I can.
Hijacker.
Shield maiden standing by. Dropping repair pods.
So, we did what the Vedi could not do in 10 whole freaking seconds or something.
Of course.
Oh, that's very nice. You doubt it?
Drones prepped to engage. Rolling.
Well, I did.
Give me an order.
Ah, shit, they still
I
have
have
two
the
of the scout
location.
towers.
Construction
So.
complete.
I'm there.
Keep with me.
Keep with
Repair
me.
pods deployed.
It's kind of funny that I have my artillery in the front to tank. Rather than my tanks. But yeah, the tankiest thing in this army right now is going to go and be the shield maiden or the drone carrier. And the trebuchet is also pretty close, which... Holy hell, why the hell does that thing have nearly 2000 HP?
Construction complete.
Well, there goes one of their scouty towers. Not that it really matters, still. Wait,
Unit is under attack.
did I lose? No, I didn't lose troops. And somehow my trebuchet loses range halfway through the bombardment cycle. Well,
Positioning. Ready for contact.
I see it. Discharging. Shutting them down. This one's mine. I have the target. Grenades out. On the move.
and there goes most of my
I'll
opponent.
be there. Cut the power.
Oh no, wait.
I see it. Grenades out.
Yeah, by the way, everything you see here, you're going to go and steal if you take their, whatchamacallit.
Shutting them down. Cover your eyes. I'll be there. Lights out.
We're probably better off just taking the power plants.
I see it. Out of
Yeah, you
sight.
can steal everything if you steal the missile.
I'll be
Except their
there.
troops, I think?
Moving off grid. Of course. Moving off grid.
Leading. Yes, General. Get the defenses ready.
We did lose something. Sadly enough, I guess it was not enough supply to change
What's
what needs to
your target?
happen. Somewhat sad.
Targeting systems online. Repair pod deployed. Ready to dropping repair pods.
Ready.
Unit ready.
Ready for orders.
Constructing.
So now we've stolen... Wait, what?
Hijacker reporting.
You're telling me we have not stolen it?
Training.
Go ahead.
Wait.
Construction complete.
Oh, there you are.
Yes. Target confirmed, General.
Unit is under attack.
Got it all backed up. Deploying.
Ready for a flyball. Commence bombing run.
Building captured.
Commence bombing run. Flying over.
So. Now we have the enemy Bastallion. But sadly enough, we don't have a radar jammer. Ooh.
Training.
But we can steal one there.
Constructing.
Let's go and steal one.
Oh, this. Her name is Point. General.
So, let us go over my horrible, horrible plan to defend this area, which is a crap ton of defenses. Believe me, it is scary looking, but it's, I would say, necessary.
Construction complete.
Oh yeah, he spawns here, so he doesn't have to go and worry. So I guess they only attack this base now and completely ignore the other one, which is fine by me. And apparently I lost another 2 supplies somehow.
Complete.
Hovercraft report. Repair pods deployed.
Huh.
Training.
Technician.
Or actually, it's as I said, a deployed MCV does not cost any supply.
Complete.
Damn, that's nice, actually.
Construction complete.
So we still have these alive. Eh.
What's the situation?
Yes, command.
Sure, heading out. Need an assist?
Let's go and make the enemy regret ever existing, shall we?
Shredded rafts reporting. Tempest shells mounted. Firing countermeasure. Need an assist? Engines engaged.
And this is kind of the power of high-tech units.
Over. Keep with dropping repair pods.
Or at least if you use them correctly.
Constructing.
Command?
Whatever you need.
Where are you?
General.
Oh, there you are. Good.
I'll receive and
I like the look of it. Good. I'm probably not gonna go as crazy as I did last time. I am going to go kind of crazy though, but not as crazy as I did last time.
Building captured. Constructing. Construction complete.
Where do you want me? Kicking away.
I don't know where I went.
Field maiden standing by. Repair pods.
I wonder if it's really stacked or not. So yeah, as long as you don't capture this objective, the attacks here stop. It's just one wave and then they're done.
Complete.
This here stops when you take care of the bonuses, and well, this here is forever, but who cares?
Constructing.
Loud and clear. I have the gun. Weapon moving.
Also,
Constructing.
I think that stupidity also works with this mission, which is,
Construction complete.
this is one of the dumbest things that I've learned from someone else in this game, that
Construction complete.
if you block an attack route, all of the remaining enemies will decide to go to a different route.
Cancelled.
Now, that might not sound really problematic,
On hold. On hold.
except for the fact that when you realize what's actually going to go and happen because of that, it means that, in a sense,
Construction complete.
by doing this, I have effectively told the enemy no,
Construction complete.
and they now have to go and look somewhere else.
Construction complete.
And the only other place that they can really look for an attack then is now pretty darn far away, which is now going to go and be this place. So I basically told the enemy, just screw you, go deal with the other side only. Which
Construction complete.
is going to go and be a pretty powerful mechanic,
Cancelled.
if you think about it. Eh,
Equipment ready.
I don't think it's going to go and be that much worse, so
It will be ours. Aerial bomber.
let's just go and steal the enemy's structure and do the final bit of prepping, I guess. Oh wait, we have a secondary.
Construction complete.
We have another MCV, so... Wait. Oh shit, there's a Dynasty Guard there. Damn you, damn you.
Electronics shielded. Engines engaged.
Sneaky Dynasty Guard.
Technician.
If you think about how stupidly tanky the technician in this moment actually is, whereas he should have been dead over 4 times. But apparently he's not.
Got it all backed up. Savannah love this part.
And boom! Yeah, we get even more. We just get a supply back. Which means that MCVs are free in terms of supply, which is kinda... What the hell, game? So why can I not make more structures?
On hold.
Oh, I'm poor.
Ready to disrupt. Where do you want?
That's why.
Cruising over.
I don't have money.
Sure, heading out.
Well,
Tech, sure thing. Just get me there.
Construction complete.
En route.
so, you ready?
We have the missile. Getting to work on the modifications. You must keep the Veti away from the missile silo. Buy me all the time that you
See?
can.
This is what I meant with the enemy.
Constructs seem to be fueling the shield over the Veti beacon.
The Veti appear to be shielding the beacon with a Tempest energy field. Take out the Tempest shield structures to disable the energy field.
Ah, that's one. And they teleported in troops as well, so...
Is under attack. Unit is under attack.
Flying over.
Might as well go back to base, actually. Where are the other two? Wait, they're already back at base? So they dropped the bombs while he did not? Huh. And apparently I lost... Oh yeah, of course I lost the supply. I lost the supply in terms of building my engineer. Unpacking Coneyard. So yeah, now the enemy will attack here, but whoopty frickin' doopty. Because there is a wall here, they decide to go and say, oh no, we have to go over here. Yeah. Kind of funny that they don't think we can bust through this wall, but...
Constructing.
And I guess I realized just how overkill this defensive line is. But yeah, if you want to go and do that, you can go and route the enemy to one defensive location.
Sure thing.
Just about always, so.
En route. You bet.
Construction complete.
Oh, no. I'm not gonna go and take care of it. Well,
Up there. Flying over.
yeah, actually I am. It's a pain, but I want to.
Construction complete.
Also, we're going to go and have to wait until the enemy has sent a wave past here. Unless we want to be bombed by our own artillery over and over and over again. Oh, and by the way, for all of the dynasty, we got all of the tech. So if we do this, and this, then we can go and build all vehicles. So yeah, on this mission you get all of the GDF tech and all of the Dynasty tech. Which is pretty cool. It's also one of the more interesting missions to play. Maybe to watch it's not as interesting because I'm just taking my time, building a massive army and then smashing it with like a few scramblers.
Structure upgraded.
Yeah, for the rest it's pretty nice. And yep, more or less expected.
Understood. Of course.
So now we're a bit light on supply, but soon enough we'll have another MCV. So yeah, your army does have to get through this very tiny gate, which it's not very good with. So I do gotta say, I have a lot of hunter tanks, actually.
Hijacker, reporting.
Relocating network.
I see it. On the move.
Unit ready.
Need an assist?
And there goes another scrambler crap because of the enemy, well, porcupine soldier, I would like to call
On
him.
the move. Out of sight.
They're kind of scary and devastating, yet at the same time, they're kind of like...
Of course.
I feel like the damage could be even higher, but then they'll be really broken and
I have the
unfair.
location. I'll be there. Of course.
saw something weird happening there, so... Oh! Yay. You dead? No, you're not dead. Good. Yeah, this is why you want just unit in control group, or you want to go and select your entire army every time you select it. That way you don't have a stupid straggler that's left behind. But yeah, someone said we already lost 2 scramblers. Oh well.
In the field.
Ready to disrupt.
We still have a big enough army to go and probably kicks everything's ass, so... It's so funny to go and see that happen.
I see it. I'll be there. Give me an order. I see it. Understood.
Through your little outpost base.
Overload. Priming grenades.
Oh yeah, the fire effect that you're seeing, that's only because of the, whatchamacallit, the hijacker.
Priming grenades.
If she has fire grenades, she deals, or napalm grenade actually,
I see it.
she set things on fire, just like the normal grenadier.
Cover your eyes. Green to engage.
So the little eyeball thing we just saw and broke, that was their self-detection, so... Alright. It's, what, next to their aircraft, one of their few forms of detection? Like their war render also does not have it. There's so few units actually in this game that detect it.
Out of sight.
For GDF you have the comms rig, and you have, like, the drone. And then for the Dynasty, I think you just have the salvage van mainly.
In the field.
Where you can also go do some cool and funny things with.
Of course. I'll be there.
Yeah.
I have the location.
Oh, let's go and build some.
On the move. Nice.
Additional silo.
Inferior life forms will be assimilated.
Like, this is what I like sort of about the GDF and the Dynasty campaign, or the GDF and the Veti.
I'll be there.
The Veti really talk to you and talk about sort of their plans and their ideas.
What is it? I have
As
the
to
location.
where with the Dynasty campaign, where, funnily enough, the Veti is mainly
The
silent.
first shield is down. Dr. Francis, how's the missile coming along? I want to invite it to the homecoming dance.
Working on it. Give me more time.
Well,
Off-grid.
the funny thing is, if you actually rush this by just instantly destroying all of the objectives by having your troops here, it will also be ready. Or ready. The thing we still have to do to get it ready will still have to be done, so.
Command. Out of sight. Cut the power. This one's mine. Priming grenade. I have the
Everything's going to go and be smithereens when I'm done.
location. I'll be there. Lights out. Releasing charge.
I don't want enemy survivors.
I see it.
I want enemy rubble everywhere.
I see it. Out of sight.
You see the future where everything is rubble from the enemy?
Hijacker.
And this is why Tempest Chef is one of the most ridiculous abilities sometimes in the game.
2 processors down, 1 to go, and the beacon will be vulnerable.
Grenade.
Oh boy.
Understood.
I'd rather annihilate you.
You have forgotten your masters.
I'll be there.
I do find this line again is very interesting when you understand some of the things that the Dynasty campaign has to say. But at the same time, I do feel that the Veti campaign will probably explain this also a bit better. Wait. Where are my porcupines? I had porcupines. I ordered them.
What's the assignment? Of course. I'll be there.
Or... I misunderstood what number was what production site. Well,
Constructing.
this is also somewhat sad about the GDF production that every time you want to go and produce something more, you have to select the different tab. But hey, that's just how Command & Conquer always worked. So they just did that as well.
Construction complete.
Whatever you say. Well, thank you very much. Now we have the power of the porcupine on our side. Yes, the porcupine.
Construction complete.
Wait.
Construction.
Birds are standing by. Releasing swarm.
Hijacker reporting.
Awaiting directions.
Hijacker reporting.
Construction complete.
My God! Look at the size of that thing!
Stay back! You won't be able to damage it!
Yeah, I know.
Overload. Understood. Green to engage. Understood.
I really do like how different the factions feel with some things.
This one's mine.
I really do want to go and play as the Veti though. Like, I just hope that they're really fun and interesting. That they have a lot of units where it's actually like you can do things. There's actually a reason to control units and to want to keep being good in control.
I see it. Releasing charge.
That they aren't just high-statted bastards and that's all they have.
Firing countermeasure.
Grenades out. Understood.
That they actually have repairing strategies, you know?
I have the target. Cutting the tower. Shutting them down. On the move.
Because right now, what all you're seeing really is just that stupid defense is doing all of the work for them.
Bring them offline. I run interference. I see it.
That's all you've seen. All the losses, all the damage the opponent did to me is mainly because of this stupid defense all the way over there.
Of course. Lights out.
And then the funny part is, I could have destroyed it way, way earlier and they wouldn't have gotten it right now. Or, wait, I do think I've done that. So yeah, the hijacker's grenade just EMP things. Like, she's a pretty good specialist if you want to go solo.
I run interference. I have the location. This one's mine. Moving off grid.
But that's about it.
Understood.
Well, luckily as the Dynasty we face way bigger waves of enemy here in the final mission, I would say. Blind down.
Of course. Shutting them down.
Even if with the hijacker I could steal the enemy, other really than the crab or war ender, I don't really look at the enemy and I'm like, yeah, I would steal those units. You know, like, the sacrificer kind of feels like, yeah.
I have the location. Lights out. On the move. I see it. Of course.
But it's also because when I look at this army, I'm like, what does the Veti have to offer for this army of death? Scramblers are going to go and be better sacrificers.
Moving off grid.
The close range Scarab, Warden or whatever, is not going to be wanted because it's too close.
Out of sight.
Their infantry units such as the Golem is going to be cool if it could go and make contact. The shield dudes are going to be awesome, but theoretically speaking you can only have one shield dude because he's a specialist.
Off grid.
Humans in sight. Annihilate.
Well, maybe that would be useful if you could try that.
Priming grenades. Shutting them down.
Like I said, I really am just sitting here like, what does the Veti have to offer to this death ball already? Like Porcupines and my good friend the Porcupine, the salvage van, and the Voltic tank, yeah, they will be all very good additions to this army.
Out of sight. Lights out.
But
I have the target.
the rest, like, not really. Let's go and deploy our salvage venter and get build radius. I'm going to be honest, this is the first time I did this I've done this stupid tactic. So I have no idea how well it will work.
Additional silos
I don't expect it to work. I don't expect it to work well. I'm just doing it because I can.
I'm listening.
Construction complete.
Oh look, the enemy spawns, they have to leave and, well, they mainly get bombarded. It is rather fun though.
I have the location.
Yeah, well, actually no. No, everybody should go over here. And then I have to go and guide everybody manually.
Constructing.
How much power do we actually have? 6,000 of 1,500. Okay. Well.
Constructing. Constructing.
Yeah, I'm kind of used to the Command & Conquer style way too much, so...
Moving off grid.
Me, like, building like that is something I've learned. Also mainly because at some point somebody decided to go and rush me with those kind of things. In Infinite Money maps, and I lost because of it.
Construction complete.
It's a great reality check from time to time to get your ass kicked by somebody else.
Construction complete.
Well.
Construction complete. Constructing.
Well. I placed it literally on the landmine, so it instantly just got destroyed. Wow.
Give me an order.
Wait a minute.
Construction complete.
Oops. I brought my technician with me.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
I just realized I brought my technician with me at the moment when it was already done.
Training.
Now, this is not the smartest plan.
Insufficient funds.
Siege weapon ready.
Where are you?
What is it? I'll be there.
Wait.
Construction complete.
Where's my other salvage? Oh, yeah. I have two salvage vans. Where could he have gone? Well, he's gone to hell because I forgot him. Oh, no, wait. I deployed him. Oh, wait. I don't need an engineer.
Countdown. Looking good.
Yeah, but somehow I'm still thinking I needed an engineer again. I don't think, yeah, you don't have access to any of the enemy specialists, which is the only thing you don't have. But there is actually a mission where if you play Dynasty Steel GDF, you actually do get access to the specialist.
Sure thing. Sure thing.
Well, here goes nothing.
Primary objective accomplished.
The shields are down. The temple was vulnerable. Hell, where are those units coming from? Take them out, Commander. Dr.
Teleportation
Francis, progress
route.
report on the...
Not right now.
What? Nope.
Colony gateway. Open. Purify the planet. Purge the livestock.
Lunar Gate? Lunar is a word for moon.
Construction.
So they are opening the moon gate. Okay, then.
Structure upgraded.
Also, I did not know that they would spawn that far. Also, I guess because I took care of their production, that is something we don't have to worry about. Oh look, all of the enemies, they can't go there, so they have to go all over here. Oh. This feels sad. Feels so sad. Wait, are they... Wow, they're literally floaty. Oh, look, pyramids. They're about to be dead pyramids if they keep this up. Yep. I've done it again. I've done the overkill. But I guess this is a very nice spot to then bombard. Ah, here they're coming. Hello, hello. Welcome. Welcome to Shells. So this is the furthest that they've reached so far, I guess. Which might mean problems in the future. Ah, I have to go and see a bit of the fireworks, I guess. Oh yeah, they also send some air units, but if you have the defensive here alive, meh.
Construction complete.
It's not that much. Ah, damn it, I probably can't creep closer. But I can build more. Oh, look, the enemy is coming over to play in time.
Humanity is ours to subjugate. Bow to your gods.
Maybe actually do something that is fearful rather than... Uh-oh. Blabber and do nothing and die?
Doctor, anytime now.
Oh boy. Oh no, our base here is under attack. So they spawned the war enders just here, as you can see. Well, this might have actually been the easiest I've ever had it here. Yes, you get cannon. And he... Oh, cool. More spawns.
Brethren, destroy the unenlightened.
This really is just a you have to die wave, which is more for the enemy, I guess.
We're ready. Instability missile has some modifications.
Has it been tested? Well, I guess we'll do a live test. Up goes the rocket.
Impossible. Impossible. Impossible.
That you guys were so bad? Oh wait, it destroyed my defenses! Wow. That was easy. So I kind of told you I would show this, but this was the first time I basically tried it against Illuminati on this mission.
Doctor, anytime now.
Yeah, it's quite a lot actually. It's not the smart ball here. Took forever, but it was easy. So, the summary. Dynasty hostility. They trained 22 units. The Fatty trained nothing because the Fatty is a filthy cheater. So, we lost the Dream Riot Vans. We lost 11 drone operators, which many of them had to go and be sent to, well, decommission fields. Engineers. We did capture a bit of things. But I think I also lost some. The militia from the start, well, they didn't do that good anyway, so I'd expect them to go and do anything. Sentinels! We trained one, we never lost any. The field scouts, we had to go and send them to their deaths as well. Poor field scouts. Hunter tanks, we had to send some to their death, and we also lost some in combat, so okay. 80k damage, pretty nice. Trebuchets, we didn't lose any, and they did 49k damage. Condor Bomber, we lost 2 of them during, well, more or less half a cutscene, so Scrambler craft, we lost 11. Holy shit, was I bad with them. We did lose a bit of them after a cutscene, but for the rest, with 15k damage, they're very nice. They really, well, showed the power of the Scrambler during this mission. Hijacker didn't do a lot. Sky Crane, also kind of because of the cutscene, because I forgot to pull him back. I was thinking he was going to go and be cloaked longer. Romulers did pretty nice. 12 kills, 51k damage. Stealth Gunners, well, they stood near the entrance and they watched. Technicians, we had to capture the radar, the factory thing, the MCV, and the rocket station with them. So, yes, all accounted for. Porcupines, yeah, didn't have them too long, so. What was the Dynasty's greatest weapon against me? So the Dynasty Board Tank did some things. Havoc did some things. The Dynasty Guard did a bit. But as you can see, the enemy doesn't really produce them. So everything that they attacked with was mainly spawned and maybe from those other things. So the Pillagers, those six skills, those are probably all, well, rebels we didn't see. GDF friendly, well, field scouts, militia, sentinels. GDF neutral, well, they didn't really do a lot. So. And for the buildings, 855k, oh god. And, well, 400 was done by the laser turret. Prep time was done by the tempest. Nice amount by the voltaic cannon, a bit by the missile turret, and a bit by the flame turret. Salvage center did it with, and the Havoc, well, didn't do anything, and I lost 2. I guess that was because of the missile. Which the same kind of probably happened because the voltaic, and maybe even with the... Yeah, I think a lot of these losses are just because of the missile. So they really do destroy everything there. Right. So, silo, machine shots, blah. Wow. They really barely did anything. Resources doesn't matter. Vetty. So, the credits. The Vetty basically had a lot of money. They spend a bit, they spend a bit, they spend everything, and they didn't have any money. And then near the end, they got a bit of money before we, I think, they absolutely destroyed them. And our money went... nothing. We have a lot. Defenses. We spend and spend and spend, and we have nothing. Kind of weird that this happened here, but I guess in this time we spent a lot while we didn't really gather a lot, and same sort of here. Units, well, only Minecraft, the Dynasty built some at the start and then they didn't do anything, and structure, same story. So let us continue onward. And this is where you can see the hovering, actually, like what hovering is like in-game. Like you can see sort of the planes flying, the dude in the background, like that's sort of the hovering. Oh boy. In the middle of a war zone, we're all losing. And then the war ender comes. Yeah, with this cutscene you can really see the gem very well, which I think is cool. So there was a big boom, and the war ender fell over, and the Vetty, well, a lot of their troops are also fell over. But we're mainly fine. I found it kind of funny how we constantly switch between a GDF field scout and a comms officer, though. You can kind of tell because of the backpack and the weapon. Kind of makes you feel like they wanted to go make the comms officer more of a basic unit. It's kind of weird. Oh, that one not moving. And somehow we won.
I told you the council wasn't going to be happy. Still, that figures. That's the price of being a hero. For being the finest damn commander GDF has ever seen. Well, in my humble opinion anyway. The Veti invasion has halted completely. When the instability shockwave hit, a third of their forces dropped. The rest appear to have retreated underground. We're still catching some stragglers as we sweep across Europe. The structures they've built are in a deactivated state. Their gateways are offline. Dr. Francis is on the site in Spain right now. We have a lot to learn. This has left us with a problem. The human-based workforce the Veti used. They've all been left behind. They're non-hostile, still mobile, but unresponsive. GDF has been working to corral them, but we don't know how the Veti were controlling them, or if there's anything left of the people they were. It's like they're just waiting for their signal. As for the Veti, I'm not counting on them being gone for good. Not by a long shot. They fought with too much conviction, too much ferocity. There's no way they're just going to run away. We hit them far harder than they were expecting, and we found a chink in their armor. But mark my words, this was a tactical retreat. We've got work to do. For now, get yourself some rest, Commander. You've more than earned it.
I'm planning to go over to the Dynasty.
Congratulations, Commander. The GDF Council of Directors commends your achievements on the battlefield. We have deliberated on the next phase of the war, and we would like to make you an offer.
Well, I don't really know if I want to go and be on your side. But yeah, that was Tempest Rising GDF Insane. I personally have to say I love this game. I have a lot of hours on it. I've played a lot of the missions a lot of times. I've already recorded Mission 1 and 2 for the Dynasty for Episode 1, but yeah, I really am looking forward to DLCs, extra things that this game has to go and offer, the Veti campaign, the continuation either in Tempest Rising 2 or just DLCs. I'm looking forward to new units, new tactics, new strategies, and I really do hope that they keep up the good work. I was very excited before this game came out, and honestly speaking, I am still for the future. I really do hope that, yeah, we get more missions, more things to go and do. I would love to go and see a cross campaign, and when I say a cross campaign, sort of like you get to go and play as Dynasty in the GDF and the GDF in the Dynasty campaign, just to go and have extra content, you know? I mean, I really am just looking forward to what the future of Tempest Rising holds, what units we're going to go and get, what strategies we can do, what, well, factions, units, everything. And mainly when I'm talking about the Veti and them not being very, well, interesting, it's mainly because I do find them interesting and I do want to go and play as them. It's just that I feel like they're bowled over a bit too much, and then after being bowled over, they're also very overpowered at the same time. As well as that, I feel like their strategic capabilities is mainly based on positioning right now, rather than some sort of combination of units, where I feel like the rest of the game has really done it. You have, for instance, with the Dynasty, you can have the Boar Tank plus the salvage van, then Porcupines behind, or, well, the other ones behind, the Havocs. And you can go and have a pretty nice combination. Voltaic tanks can go and have more damage, as well as the overcharge to go and give them more attack speed. And then basically it makes them all very interesting. And then with GDF, you can go and have recon with your tanks, and then riot vans in the front to go and protect. And that is why I'm personally really just looking forward to whatever else they're going to go and do next. And sadly enough, why I would also say that currently speaking, the Veti looks at least interesting, because they just don't have a combination other than, oh, I sacrifice it, I kill infantry, and then they are rest as my infantry, and then some units gain info or gain regen over time, or they basically just deal a bit of damage. And it's like, or ammo. And it's like, yeah, it's kind of interesting, but I'm hoping for more. Basic tanks, they also are lacking still their basic tank. There is something on the wiki of the Gorgon or something. A lot of strategies also don't work against them, which I'm also kind of sad about. I mean, overcharging units doesn't help because either they don't even get the charge or overcharge doesn't work, which means that voltaic tanks' instant kill capabilities are gone. It's the same with the Pillager and the whatchamacallit. The Pillager and the Boar Tank, but the Boar Tank and the Trebuchet and the Pillager are the only two units that have it. And I guess that's also because, yeah, the Pillager doesn't have anything too interesting for the rest. Well, the Boar Tank is meant to be a very defensive tank. So that's why I'm like, yeah, I can understand that they don't have it. Oh yeah, this is something which is in the future. Or they've been showing a bunch of cutscenes from the Dynasty campaign, sadly enough. But hey, you don't do anything about that. Yeah, overall, I also really like the military feeling that they have during the campaign, throughout the campaign. The really like speedy talk, the cutscenes are, in my eyes, usually very well done and very interesting. Well, interesting not necessarily, but there's usually always something going on. The characters are, well, not necessarily memorable or amazing, but that's also because of me. The Tempest is an interesting twist. It's an interesting thing, I would say. It's nice that it affects vehicles. It makes you constantly want to go and kind of pay attention to where it is and get away from it. Yeah, I want to go and say mainly thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. And until next time, where, well, we will go and do the Dynasty campaign. And as I said, Mission 1 is already recorded, and, well, Mission 1 and 2 are recorded, so the rest is going to go and be Mission 3's. Be my next goal. And yeah, I will talk more about the Veti and story and things that are happening there as well. So, till then, bye bye. I guess I can show this after you skipped it. You get to this and you get to go and play all of the missions from you want. And every time you load the save file, you know how Fisher talks to you. Yeah, you'll get to go and be, yeah, I told you the council wasn't going to be happy. So yeah, and then from here you can select all the missions you want and have what you had back then, and you can reset, but look out, your resets will go into the negative at some point. So, well, bye!